Hey guys, and welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So I went to the bank last night and was able to withdraw $5,000, and I'm actually going to convert this to US dollars. So I figured, well, I may as well make a video out of it and see if there's anything special in these notes. So the machine, or one of the machines I went to, didn't have any $50 notes and spat out some $20 notes. So we'll be going through those as well. The good thing about going through these $50 and $20 notes is that these notes, now there's lots of old 50s in here, which is what we want. The new 50s aren't really worth any more than face value, so it's good while these old $50 notes are still around, and these old polymer $20 notes are still around, to go through them while you can, because they quickly disappear. But the $50 notes have really stuck around, and I don't know whether that's because of the error with the new note, that one there. Whether they've been withdrawing those, I don't know. But there's certainly plenty of the old $50 notes, and probably the majority of what every time I return money from the bank to the bank, I end up with the old $50 notes. So let's go through the 20s first. And I haven't looked through these notes at all, so what I'm seeing is what you're seeing. I do have my Renix book out in front of me, just with some of the prefixes, and we'll have a look and see if any of them are special. But let's start and see how we go. I might zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit easier. You're best to check both ends if you can. I might not have the ability to keep focused and do that right now, but we're basically looking for first and last prefix and any sort of special numbers that we can find. So any sort of low numbers, that kind of thing. Having said that, the market for banknotes is quite low at the moment, as in they're not highly sought after. So it's always going to be a tough sell, even if you do find something that may be a little bit special. Sorry guys, just had to pause for a moment. We'll continue to go through these and see if there's anything of interest. Obviously, condition of notes is really important, and we're looking for sort of special serial numbers that are like ladder numbers that climb, that are radar notes, those kind of things. And we'll see what we'll get through. We haven't really checked what the first and last prefixes are in the book, but we'll have a look at that shortly when we come up with something that I feel is sort of close to being something. There's a missing end. Okay, so we're on to the $50 notes. So we'll just turn this page over. Let's see if we can move across here a little bit. We'll have to muck around with it a little bit, but anyway, we can do that. So this here is a KA 95. This is the first year of this particular $50 note, the first polymer note. But you're looking for a, can I see it up here? I'm not even on the right page. Keep going. Over here. Okay, so for 1995, you're looking for a VG 95. So see at the top of the page there, the VG 95 is the one to be looking for. And if you find an AA as well, it's worth keeping. But the VG is probably the most special one. But the KA, being a general, is never going to really do anything for you, I don't believe. get through these a bit quicker. Got some nice doubles in there, but there's nothing super special, and the condition it wasn't great, so I don't know where the 09s finish up. So the 09s finish up at SF09, so that's an LE. Another old note, 96. A few nines in a row there, that would have been quite nice. It's a nice high numbered note, yeah, if those were nines in there, that would have been a very special. So that would be a solid note, which would have been pretty cool. I've never found anything more than about 5 solid numbers. So there's another old note, HJ, sorry, 95. So the last of these notes is the 2016 notes, and those notes have certainly the last and the first prefix of the 2016 notes are worthwhile hanging on to. But it's always difficult to sell a high valued note. So in this case we've got $50, and sometimes these things here they'll sell for $60 or $65, and it's just not worth doing. It's not worth holding on to, and it's not worth the time to try and sell them. The $5 notes, the $10 notes are far more affordable for a lot more people. Therefore, the price does go up a bit, and you can get your 2 to 3 times value on those sort of notes. But the $50 notes, it's very difficult to get 2 or 3 times the value. So do you guys like to note hunt? I don't mind doing it every now and then, and I certainly do it every time I get notes, but I don't really focus on just grabbing a whole heap of notes and going through them. So this is one of the last of these notes. The new notes have obviously already come out, and so this is the last of this polymer note in this design. But it's an AI, not an AA, so I don't feel that they're going to be any extra value, and certainly not worth holding on to try and find that one out. There's an AG, still in very nice condition, maybe a slight little fold in it. So notes are graded in a similar way, as in whether they're uncirculated or circulated, how many sort of folds and creases, all affects value in the same way that it does coins. So always keep that in mind when you're looking through your notes as to condition. NH95. So plenty of these old 95 notes are still floating around. I certainly come across a lot of them when I'm going through my notes when I'm returning the coins. But a VG95 has never turned up for me. I have had friends that many years after the VG had been put into circulation, they were popping up in basically uncirculated condition. So, but still, they're still a hard sell. So, like, unless it's a very special note, they're not really worth hanging on to. But yeah, I still keep looking. I'd love to find a solid note, and even if it's not worth a heap of dollars, I'm just going to check the 2013 finished at JC. So yeah, JC. I wasn't sure where it ended. I got to get a bit confused. I think the 2016 ended at DA. Sorry. But all this information's in the Renix book, so which is really helpful. You can find the information online as well, but I just tend to use the book. We are getting to the end of this hunt. Where is the serial number? There. So low numbers are special to find as well. I did find on eBay. I was having a look at some. I was actually looking for some mismatched serial numbers because I was interested to see what sort of value those things were going for. But I did find on eBay, and it's probably still on there, a $50 polymer note. I think it was just a general prefix, but it was all zeros and a 1 on the end, so as low a number as you're going to get. And that particular note was on for sale, and it'd still be there. And it was $350, and I thought to myself, well, I was quite surprised that it wasn't actually selling, or it hadn't sold. So I would have thought that would be something well and truly worth grabbing a hold of. And the condition wasn't too bad on it as well. So take a look at it and see. Like if we had a lot more zeros in here, it'd be quite a special note. Even if it had a 1, being a binary number, that would be interesting. Birth dates, those kind of things, can be special to individuals. So lots of different things to look out for when going through the notes. But yeah, as you can see, not many of the brand new notes in this lot of, basically, I think we had about $300 worth of $20 notes in this out of 5,000, and we've probably come across maybe 10 of the new design, so fairly scarce in that regard. We've got 9898, but doesn't continue on, so no. It is a nice low number, but probably not low enough to be considered low. I think realistically, low would be considered under 50, and some people probably prefer it under 10. So being at 724 is probably not considered low enough to bring any extra value. And the last few. And that's it, guys. Alright, guys, hope you've enjoyed this little hunt. Even though it wasn't successful, at least we've been able to have a look and see what's out there. And Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll have another video for you at some time soon.